Chief, how long have you been like a police officer? Is it?
This is my 31st year. I would have 31 completed in August. I won't get there, but that's what I would have had. Well, I guess anytime you lose something you love, regardless of why you lost it, there's sadness. And for me, leaving policing is leaving something I love. I mean, this morning at 5 a.m. when I wake up, I still can't wait to get to work, you know, and leave the house before 6 and get into the office. And so I love being a police officer. I've loved every rank I've had. I've loved every location. I've been in 16 locations primarily across northern Canada, but across Canada, and I've loved every day of it. So leaving it, regardless of the reason, is still sadness for me. If our job is solely to stand downriver pulling bodies out, we may look like great enforcement cops, but at the end of the day, who would say we shouldn't be upriver finding out who's throwing them in the water? And if you want to go upriver, that's about mental health, addictions, homelessness, and on and on. And ultimately, the public doesn't want more criminals, they want less crime. So you still have to be able to deliver enforcement, but in policing in Canada, the community will not accept that that's your only focus. It has to be, you have to have a multi-pronged approach to be successful. I can tell you the #1 priority for this city when I came here had to do with street crime. So if I did nothing and said, well, I really got to focus internally, would we have done anything about street crime issue? And #1 issue for Vanier residents was Vanier residents. If I said, yeah, I'd really like to help you out there, but you know what, I'm going to focus on making sure that internally we operate perfectly. And as difficult as the Bonds case was to deal with, the public, 4 out of 5 Ottawans in the middle of that said they supported this police service and me in fixing it. Do you think that would have been true if they didn't have an engagement with us? Probably not. There's not a police service in the country wouldn't pray for a 4 out of 5 support in the middle of their best day, let alone in the middle of what many would say was our worst day. So I think part of the engagement actually allowed them to express their feelings publicly, at the same time accepting that we would come up with solutions. And we have. So I think that has assisted us in getting through it, ultimately, with our most important client, which is the public. Well, my job, first of all, is not to respond to whether or not somebody thinks it's ambition run rampant. I didn't go looking for an appointment to the Senate. Somebody came looking for me. So it's not like I applied to leave this organization to go to the Senate. I'm always looking for change. I mean, in my professional life, I've found it through movement. To be fair, though, I mean, you know, when I started as a police officer, I didn't have a degree, and since then I've done an undergrad, a graduate, and I'm just writing off my doctorate thesis, finishing it off. So I looked for change many times in that continuous learning process as well. I've been teaching for a decade, different universities in Canada, Australia, and in the United States. So I do like to be very busy all the time.